You're Bangla City SATV News. This is Nahin Tahir with the headlines. Foreign Minister vowed to bring the killers of Mohibullah to justice soon. 2 more suspects held in the murder. Jatiya Party Secretary General Ziauddin Ahmed Bablu passed away. President and Prime Minister expressed shock and sorrow in condolence message. Rabindra University student withdrew movement on Education Minister's assurance will continue peaceful sit-in programs till Tuesday. Foreign Minister Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen said the killers of Rohingya leader Mohibullah must be brought to justice. The government will take stern action against those who were involved in the killing. Nobody will be spared. A West headquarter killed Mohibullah as he wanted to return to Myanmar, his home country, he adds. Momen today vowed to bring the killers of Mohibullah to justice soon in his first remark, since the Rohingya leader's murder sparked global condemnation. Meanwhile, police in Cox's Bazar have arrested 2 more people over the killing of prominent Rohingya leader Muhammad Mohibullah. The arrests were made after Friday midnight in a raid to the Kutupalang camp in Cox's Bazar, Ukhia, said the armed police battalion. Suspect Ziaur Rahman and Abdul Salam have been handed over to the Ukhia police station. Unknown assailant gunned down the 44-year-old on Wednesday night. Jatiya Party Secretary General and former lawmaker Ziauddin Ahmed Bablu died today at a Dhaka hospital. He was 67. Bablu breathed his last while undergoing treatment for COVID-19 at Bangladesh Specialized Hospital around 9:12 a.m., JP leaders said. The JP leaders is survived by his wife, a son and a host of relatives and well-wishers to mourn his demise. His namaz-e-janaza will be held after Isha prayers at Azad Mosque in Gulshan. Later, he will be buried in the Martyr Intellectual Graveyard at Mirpur, the release added. Bablu was elected MP from Chattogram 9 in 2014. Bablu was appointed as the advisor to Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in November 2013. He was born in 1954 in Chattogram. Meanwhile, President M. Abdul Hamid and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina today expressed profound shock and sorrow in a message of condolence. Students of Rabindra University in Siratganj today call off protest demanding the termination of department head following the assurance from the Education Minister Deepu Moni. Around 11 a.m., the protesters opened the gate of the administration building where they left the acting vice-chancellor and several officials confined since yesterday to press home their demand. But they will continue the peaceful sit-in program in front of the academic building till Tuesday, they said. Hours after Rabindra University was declared closed for an indefinite period, the administration issued a notice confirming that the university will not remain closed. However, exams will remain suspended till further notice. The Supreme Court is going into a 16-day-long vacation from tomorrow to October 18, leaving 10 vacation benches of High Court Division to deal with the urgent matters at the High Court. According to the Chief Justice order posted on the Supreme Court's website, the Chief Justice has constituted 10 benches, including 6 dual benches and 4 single benches, in the High Court Division to conduct judicial work in the Supreme Court during the vacation period from October 3rd to October 18th. These benches have been constituted with specific judicial jurisdiction, he added. The Supreme Court is expected to resume its regular operation from October 19th. Viewers, we are taking a short break. Stay with your Bangla City SATV News. Welcome back. You're watching your Bangla City SATV News. U.S. fatalities from COVID-19 surpassed 700,000 on Friday, according to figures from Johns Hopkins University, a toll roughly equivalent to the population of the nation's capital, Washington. The grim threshold comes with an average of well over 1,000 dying each day in a country where 55.7% of the population is now fully vaccinated, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. After a heavily criticized early response to the pandemic, the United States organized an effective vaccine rollout, only to see a significant portion of the Americans still refusing to get the shots. The United States finds itself having notched the most fatalities in the world, far exceeding other foreign countries such as Brazil and India, and facing a resurgence in cases due to the prominence of the highly contagious Delta variant. However, nearly 4.8 million people worldwide have died since the outbreak began in China in December 2019, said officials. The British Army will begin delivering petrol to the fuel stations on Monday after fears over tankers driver shortages lead to panic buying and force the government to offer visa waiver to foreign truckers to plug the shortfall. Almost 200 military tankers personnel, hundreds of which are drivers, will be deployed from Monday to provide temporary support as part of the government's wider action to further relieve pressure on the petrol stations. Motorists queued at the fuel pumps across Britain at the beginning of the week, draining tanks and freight tankers. The government said that a lack of tanker drivers to deliver fuel and unprecedented demand is behind the crisis. Demand for fuel has stabilized throughout the week and stations are gradually stocking up again, but some parts of the country still face severe shortages. The Petrol Retailers Association on Thursday said 27% of the station had run dry and down from earlier in the week, but the same as on Wednesday. India said Friday that British nationals arriving in the country will be subjected to COVID-19 tests and a 10-day mandatory quarantine in response to the same measures imposed on Indians visiting the UK. India has been demanding the Britain revoke what it is called discriminatory advisory that includes Indians even if they are fully vaccinated with the Indian-made AstraZeneca shots. India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar had discussed the issue with British Foreign Secretary Liz Truss in a meeting in New York earlier this week. The UK Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office said that the Indian authorities are responsible for setting and enforcing the rules of entry into India. The trouble started when Britain's government announced what it billed as a simplification of its travel rules, including allowing fully vaccinated travelers arriving in England from much of the world to skip quarantine and take fewer tests. Qataris began voting in their early country's first ever legislative polls Saturday, AFP correspondents saw, with 30 of 45 seats in a previously appointed largely advisory council up for elections. Sources said the polls opened from 0500 GMT until 1500 GMT, with the results expected the same day, will not lead the power to shifting from the ruling party family and are largely symbolic nod to democracy. At a polling station in Doha, Qatari citizens wearing white thobes sign in to vote at a registration desk. They cast their ballots into a semi-transparent plastic box emblazoned with the Dow boat, crossroads and palm tree emblem of Qatar. The candidates are mostly men, with just 28 women among the 284 hopefuls running for the 30 available council seats. The remaining 15 seats will be appointed by the all-powerful Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. Storm Shaheen has developed, is now at 240 kilometers east-southeast of Chabahar port in Iran, as the storm is expected to move towards the Oman's coast across the Gulf of Oman and weaken gradually. The tropic depression deepened to the tropical storm Shaheen in the northeast of the Arabian Sea along the Indian-Pakistani coast Friday, the National Center for Meteorology (NCM) said. The tropical storm is expected to deepen into the Category 1 tropical cyclone within the next 24 hours. Oman's Civil Aviation Authority has issued an alert as CAA said that the storm would directly impact coastal areas, including the capital Muscat, from Sunday. It is expected that the eastern coast will be affected from Saturday night with a storm bark, especially with the period of high tide at low areas. From Sunday afternoon and evening, October 3rd, some regions of the country will be affected with the extension of the tropical situation. Before ending, we go through the Euro-Bangla City SATV News headlines again. Foreign Minister vowed to bring the killers of Muhibullah to justice soon. 2 more suspects held in the murder. Jatiya Party Secretary General Ziauddin Ahmed Bablu passed away. President and Prime Minister expressed shock and sorrow in condolence message. Rabindra University student withdrew movement on education minister's assurance will continue peaceful sit-in program till Tuesday. You're up to date with Bangla City SATV News. To know the latest in SATV News, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with us.